I was laughing because I'm hosting a retreat in May, and I had this brilliant idea because I used to teach really intense meditation retreats. And I was like, oh, I'm going to just replace the meditation with nervous system regulation practices. And everybody's going to think it's brilliant. And it's been so funny because nobody gets it. What are we going to be doing? Why? I don't know. That sounds weird. I'm not going. And so having you have me explain it is so helpful because I just keep tripping over my words. It's the most beautiful thing I have ever known working in this
Mm.
industry for so long. And it brings so much ease and comfort and spaciousness and rest. And I'm like, why wouldn't you want to come? And people are like, well, we just don't really understand what's happening there.
Can you share like what does it look like? Like what would you have me or us be doing or not
Yeah.
doing?
Well, so I heard Trevor Noah actually on Dax Shepard's podcast speak to this so beautifully last night. He was talking about, growing up in chaos and always on guard for violence, how um, being the person who's comfortable, just like ready to handle the situation is so familiar. But being comfortable in the spaciousness, the quiet, the rest, the luxury, maybe that feels scary because that was always when other shoe would drop. That was always when, like in a horror movie, like the thing would happen.
Hmm.
And so what we'll be doing is we'll be doing gentle movement, which supports nervous system regulation. Somebody in the morning, Tay, will be facilitating that from Brazil. And then I will be guiding really simple practices, which you can be laying down, you can be sitting, supports adrenals, kidneys, brainstem, feet, digestive system, heart, all these places that had to work overtime to keep us safe, whether it
Hmm.
was emotional or physical safety, and often kept working overtime just to protect us. And we work with these places just like a meditation, just going, we're right here with these places. And we allow space for all the emotions to come up because they kind of get stored there too.
Yeah.
Some people feel a lot, some people feel relieved, some people feel just more content or at peace in the practices.
Hmm.
We do that for about 45 minutes to an hour, along with a teaching on the nervous system and how we can actually really allow ourselves to bring more parts of ourselves out that maybe have been hidden. And the whole goal is just bringing people who just feel burned out and exhausted and ready for really feeling aliveness and feeling safe there, feeling rest and feeling safe there.
Yeah.
In the afternoons, we just surf or chill by the pool. So I like that will be the advanced practice is how do we take the nervous system regulation into feeling those spacious moments with ease, those playful moments with ease. For me, the definition of healing trauma is to embrace it. And so when we are able to slow down enough and allow it to come up, because we have, our whole history comes with these places in our body as we slow down. And we could either do old school, which is what I used to do, like really go into that difficulty, really pick apart that trauma and try to dig it to the root. Um, or we could softly welcome it, like we were welcoming an old friend without going, what's wrong with you? How do I make you different? It's like, oh, how do we grow ourselves wide enough to welcome it and be with it just like we would be with an old friend? And that naturally allows for trauma resolution. We come into new relationship with it. We learn that we can be with discomfort. We learn that we can be with pain and suffering and grief because it's part of being human. But we
Yeah.
also learn that we can be with joy and play and pleasure and aliveness because our nervous system works that way. It's like the more we have capacity for one of these, the more we have capacity for another. And so it allows us to have that full spectrum of our humanity. It gives us back who we are, what we're here to do, and how we want to be.